Welcome, dear family. We gather here today to celebrate the wedding of Lyle and Beattyjeane. You have come here to share in this formal commitment they make to one another, to offer your love and support to this union, and to allow Lyle and Beattyjeane to begin their married life together, surrounded by the people dearest to them. To the parents of Lyle and Beattyjeane, congratulations on the part you have played in raising such a loving son and daughter. Growing up under your guidance, they have learned what love, compassion, caring, and kindness are. And for that, on their behalf, I thank you. Let me begin first by asking who it is that entrusts the bride to the groom.
We do.
We all know that the lives of Lyle and Beattyjeane are deeply rooted in music. The story of their union is also much like the components of a song, as they came together like two instruments playing their parts. At first, the connection between Lyle and Beattyjeane started as a quiet friendship. Yet even as entwined as these two souls are, in the beginning, one knew he would play a stronger part than the other. His part softened, allowing hers to slowly crescendo, to dance and to shine with each note brilliantly played, either accenting the subtle strumming of his guitar, or to flourish while he was at rest, while he counted the beats of his heart as it fluttered in awe of her beauty. He immediately recognized her grace, composure, and compassion as the very qualities that he sought, but patiently waited throughout her solo. He knew she must first overcome her fear before they could play in unison, before she realized the beautiful music they could and would eventually create together in harmony. And then one day it happened. Like a perfectly in-tune chord, she was struck. She saw what was right before her all along waiting. His gentle spirit, his honest eyes, his sense of humor, everything that she values, everything she has wanted, and everything that she deserves has been and it is before her now. So as love and music now bring Lyle and Beattyjeane together, love and music shall also keep them united. Just like the parts they play in a song take practice, so will the parts they play in their marriage. They will have broken strings to repair, reeds to replace. They occasionally will have missed notes or clashing chords. But as both students and teachers of music, their love will keep them connected and eventually restore all that needs mending. It is love that brings them here today, the union of two hearts and two spirits. Lyle and Beattyjeane, as your lives continue to intertwine like the components of a song, remember that it was love that brought you together, and it is love that will make this union endure. Let us now proceed to the exchanging of vows, which Lyle and Beattyjeane.
Beattyjeane, I remember the night that I fell in love with you. You hired me to play in your rhythm section for a jam night at Becky's downtown. That evening, I witnessed your compassion, grace, composure, sense of humor, and tremendous skill. We had become close friends at that time, and I knew that if we could be together, it would be great. Boy, I was dead wrong, because you turned out to be the greatest ever. Being a musician, I often draw parallels between music and life. I have learned so much about both from the other. Well, Beattyjeane, I want to back you up for the rest of my life. Whenever I have fallen out of tune, you have shown me the key. Whenever I have lost time, you have been the steady tempo. You continually inspire me with your affection, intellect, sincerity, and passion. Life is like a gig. I will make mistakes, but know that with every note, you will always be in my mind, heart, and soul. Beattyjeane, I love you so powerfully, and I couldn't be happier to be marrying you in front of our friends, family, and God. You are an angel.
Ever since I was a little girl, my parents have instilled the power of prayer in me. From thanking God at the dinner table to reciting my prayers before bedtime, they taught me to always be grateful for the many blessings of each day. A few years ago, I began texting prayers into my phone late at night. As time went on, I noticed that one prayer in particular was more frequent, and it was the wish for the love of my life. After my concerto competition performance in March of 2011, I remember crying because I wanted so badly to have someone sitting in the audience to be proud of me for my musical accomplishments and to know that I belong to them. And little did I know that only months later I would meet Lyle Quimby, who would soon become not only my husband, but the love of my life. Lyle, there are not enough words to express the way I feel about you. I'd probably be better expressing them through music. But it's ultimately what brought us together. We are truly soulmates, and as I laid there the other night in your truck texting my vows to you, to be read in front of our loving parents and friends. Once again, I thank God for all the many blessings, especially you, my future husband, Lyle David Quimby.
May I please have the rings? These rings are the symbol of your union, as it is endless as eternity. May the circle forever be a reminder of you and your sacred union from this day forward. Lyle, if you can repeat after me.
Yes?
I, Lyle David Quimby,
I, Lyle David Quimby,
take thee, Beattyjeane Wishmeyer,
take thee, Beattyjeane Lyle,
to be my lawful wedded wife.
to be my lawful wedded wife.
For better, for worse,
For better, for worse,
for richer, for poorer,
for richer, for poorer,
in sickness and in health.
in sickness and in health.
To love, honor, and cherish
To love, honor, and cherish
from this day forth.
from this day forth,
Forsaking all others,
forsaking all others.
I will be faithful to you.
Beattyjeane, with this ring I wed you.
Beattyjeane, if you can repeat after me. I, Beattyjeane Wishmeyer,
I, Beattyjeane Lyle,
take thee, Lyle David Quimby,
take thee, Lyle David Quimby,
to be my lawful wedded husband.
to be my lawful wedded husband.
For better, for worse,
For better, for worse,
for richer, for poorer,
for richer, for poorer,
in sickness and in health.
in sickness and in health.
To love, honor, and cherish
To love, honor, and cherish
from this day forth.
from this day forth.
Forsaking all others,
Forsaking all others,
I will be faithful to you.
I will be faithful to you.
Join me in prayer. Dear Lord, pray that each ring so bless the wearer and honor the giver, that these two who shall become one in flesh and in spirit shall live together in perfect peace. By the authority vested in me by the state of Ohio, I now pronounce you husband and wife.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
It is now my honor and privilege to present to you for the first time the happily married couple, Mr. and Mrs. Lyle David Whitney.